Are you tired of being an absolute beta who plays Pudge and misses hooks even at point-blank range? Do you want to be an alpha Dota 2 god who hits every hook even at max range? Well, look no further, because with the crisp visuals of the massive 27-inch BenQ EX2780Q 144Hz monitor with proprietary, by the way, eye care technology, you'll never miss a hook again, because your absolute plebeian enemies are playing without FreeSync, HDR, and built-in 2.1 speakers for immersive gameplay. You're going to be way more immersed than they are. So, make sure to go BenQ if you're going to BenQ for Dota after watching this.
Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to another video here on Dota Alchemy, joined by Jenkins, as always, and we have a bit of an interesting conundrum today, because we're going to be presenting an idea that we kind of believe in as viable, but we definitely don't recommend that you ever do this in ranked, because you will 100% end up in low priority. So,
well, if you're looking to tank your behavior score, this is probably one of the better strats to do that.
True. Very true. So it all depends on what you're trying to get out of a game of Dota. And as you can see here on our screen, we have Techies and Pudge. This is from our Patreon exclusive stream, which we started doing last month. Basically, any Patreon supporter of any level gets access to a private stream once a month where you guys get to pick our heroes and our roles. So naturally, we got Carry Techies, Position 5 Pudge as the duo lane that we had to play together. And this is in ranked, by the way. So,
I was thinking, if you're a Pudge 5 and you have a Techies as a carry, you can hook people into my mines in tower. And yeah, I mean, sure, you have this like really long cooldown, half of your mana pool cost hook, but if you do hit it, it's going to kill somebody with my mines. And for me, I was thinking, obviously this hero needs damage. So okay, yeah, right. So I went basically all the possible damage items that I could and stat items, and I don't need regen because I'm Techies, so I can just suicide every time to come back to lane. So I was making sure to try to abuse that. And the cool thing about the Techies Pudge is, like, the more we hook them into mines up here and the more that we make them afraid, the more this area is kind of secure for me to farm on Techies. And I mean, this hero can clear entire stacks in jungle camps and waves with mines. So it's not that bad in terms of farming. I guess my only problem with this, like as a real carry, is that the big power spike is at level 25. Like, that's when the big carry spike hits.
True.
For this hero, and that's like a little too late. I was trying to go for the snipe there on the old classic wraparound play. This is good. This is good trades for us, actually.
Yeah, you can see both of us are pump faking our stuff. You like pump fake the blast off once or twice. I'm doing the hooks, just trying to zone them more.
Right. I remember my call in this game was like just zone them off of XP range.
Yeah, so, for the first wave.
Yeah, it's like if we get 2 creeps on them and they're pushed out of XP range, well, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. But if we zone them from 2 creeps in XP range, then we're gonna get level 2 before they are.
Right.
Quite a bit before they are. So that's just what that play was. Like, we sacrificed basically like a couple of last hits in order to push them out.
Yeah, and this is a big deal, getting level 2, because once you're level 2, not only do you have the blast off, but you also have the mines, and I have a slow, because I'll get rot at level 2. So we'll be able to hook people into mines.
Let's be real, though. Let's be real. Rot level 1, not a slow.
True.
This doesn't do anything. This kills you faster.
I have a minor inconvenience that really makes me less tanky.
I get level 2, and that's important, though, on Techies. It's crazy that we're saying that a Techies level 2 is more important than a Pudge level 2. Like, that's how bad this hero is that we're looking at Techies and being like, ooh, what a level 2 he's got, comparatively.
True. So, we end up doing, basically the only thing that Pudge can do as a 5, which is to hook people into tower. So I ended up succeeding there. I didn't actually get it into tower range, but we were able to get him onto our side of the map. And then you come in with the blast off and a final right click to get first blood. So really nice start, actually, for a carry to be able to get, that first blood. in a
I
lane.
love that you just have 3 mangoes. you just like get that kill and immediately purchase an item for the gold that you got to just refill your hook mana.
And now they're in Techie's land because they're trying to dive you in the trees where you're able to hide your mines, and I don't know. This is some pretty insane shit that they're doing, to be honest. There we go. My contribution for the laning stage is now done.
You know, at this point, I actually prefer if you die on Pudge.
Yep.
Honestly, because you're gonna be like, imagine walking back to base on this hero. How long is that? It's gonna take way longer than, dude. Look, you're alive in 7 seconds.
Yeah,
Come on.
I need the mana too, so I can come back and pressure. And you're just farming. You're farming heroes right now with the blast off. I mean,
he did not expect the techies right clicks to be doing 57 damage at this point.
Definitely not. I mean, blast off is a really insane ability when you look at the level 1, 300 AoE damage and a 4-second silence. Name one other ability that does that much damage and silences at level 4.
Yeah.
Right? This is legitimately like a level 5 hero skill at level 1. So we were just trying to abuse that.
Makes up for all of the other garbage with this hero.
Exactly.
I can tell you, outside of the laning stage, I was not very useful. I hit creeps.
And my itemization, just the headdress, and I was going to go for Soul Ring just because I needed to be able to use my hook. Not a great item necessarily, but what can you do?
I was trying to just clear the wave here. It's like the wave is way too big. We just can't play on it. Oh, time to not contribute for 20 seconds. Ooh, pulling, that's contributing.
Yeah, you shove the wave, I'm going to pull it back. That's how we do it, right?
Yeah. So the reason that I push the wave there is not some crazy, flowchart Dota sort of thing. It's literally just instinct of like, I felt like they were abusing us a lot on the big wave, and I didn't like how that felt, so I just killed the wave. Like that's basically how that worked out in my head, is that it felt like shit. And I feel like that's legitimately something that a lot of 3, 4, even 5K players are looking for, like flowchart solutions. Like I think you said like band-aid solutions to things, but a lot of the time it's really just like reacting quickly based on how you feel the game is going. Like if you watch a lot of pro players, they'll like lose a fight because they go for some hero that they shouldn't, and then the next fight they fix it and then they win the fight.
Right.
So it's not like they had the right idea from the start. And that's kind of how I feel about this laning stage, was that we were kind of going off a feel where if something just felt bad, we'd like fix it quickly.
Right. And kind of one of the cool things about this techies is that, like, what you're saying basically is if we play the lane status quo, they can kind of just like run at us if there's creeps on both sides, because they can just right click us and bully us off the creep wave. But if there's only creeps on our side, then they're tanking all of those creeps plus our right clicks, which kind of equalizes the trading ability. So if they just never have creeps, they can't really trade with us, and then we just get farm.
And their heroes can't push like ours can. Like Slardar, I mean, this is like Slardar, Tusk are like 2 of the worst pushing heroes in the game.
Right. But hey, check this out. Now the trees have regrown. It's time to do Pudge Techies things again, right?
They got mega debated here. Yeah, they were.
Oh,
ooh, don't get me. Maybe not necessary suicide, but hey, whatever, man.
Whatever.
I don't care.
But yeah, we pretty much just played this sort of nuke the wave, and nice little 11% slow there, helping you out, keeping you from dying.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Right here is what I was talking about. So we get another stack off, and they come over to try and like just go on me because I'm a Pudge. I've got boots. I've got 325 movement speed, and they've got sprint and that kind of stuff. So right here, I was like, hey, Jenkins, they're going on me. And my thought was, this is a huge stack. If I pull them into it, all of these creeps are going to use their abilities. Like, the Centaur's going to stomp, the Tomato's going to use his Thunderclap. So they're actually potentially going to get kind of owned by just being in this big mass. And this is going to help me either escape or, maybe even kill them. And so then Jenkins comes over. Tusk sets himself up nicely to get suicided on. The mine blows up the stack. The suicide blows up the stack. Boom, we get 2 kills, and you get a neutral item, and you're like, holy shit, I can farm stacks with 1 mine. This is amazing.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really nice. The fact that they got stomped just to set up for the perfect suicide.
Oh yeah.
Class. That was class. So I wanted to get to a point in this game where I could just shove the lane out with red mines and then go hit the jungle with red mines. This guy kept running into the lane and killing the mines. So we had to keep killing him because he just wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
It was very annoying. I wish I could have just farmed, but the idea behind this hero was that I was gonna basically
Just AFK,
cut
right?
and shove waves, yeah, and then AFK jungle and stack as much as possible.
And I think I remember you saying something about how because you have 3 prox mines, you can do both, right? You just instantly clear the wave, and then you instantly clear a jungle camp, and then you instantly clear another jungle camp, and then you have prox mine up again for the next wave because of how the cooldown works.
Yeah. I was trying to find a balance between putting mines down to protect me, protect myself, to farm, and to farm, because that's why I didn't go for the green mines, because I feel like if you're playing carry techies, you're going to be spending so much time either farming and mana as well, farming, and also pushing out waves that you're not going to have time or mana to put down green mines.
Right.
So that's why I didn't go for those, because for how I wanted to play in this game, it just didn't make any sense.
I mean,
I wasn't gonna waste my time putting down stacks of green mines. That shit is what takes techies forever to do. But red mines, it's plop, and I just keep going.
Right. It's pretty amazingly efficient watching you farm, actually, because it's literally just you have a mine every time you get to a camp, and the camp just instantly dies.
Yeah, the mana was definitely an issue. I believe I did eventually send out a soul ring, because even with the necro giving me 7 mana regen, it wasn't quite enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I put this little mine set up over here just to protect myself from the potential wraparound, so I could push the lane with necro and the siege creep. And that's kind of all this was. I see all this bullshit happening mid, and so I'm just trying to pressure elsewhere.
And you're surprisingly good at that, because your mines do a lot of damage to towers, and kind of like Venomancer, you can just protect yourself while you're doing this kind of thing. Right
yeah,
there.
So that shit blows up, and now I just leave. So that's the cool thing, is carry wards and protects for himself.
Right.
It's really, and then of course I stack whenever I get the chance.
Efficiency.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna use my 1 mine for this, so may as well.
It's actually so sick. You clear stacks faster than any other hero in the game.
Legitimately, yeah. It's pretty good. Oh, you're rolling into my mines, baby back bitch. You sure you want to do that?
Once again,
he just gives up. He just gives up. He thinks all right, this is techies.
You're
I'm not gonna go for him.
Counter ganking for yourself, basically, by doing this. It's pretty cool.
Dude, we got hella carried by this Pugna. He was owning, actually.
Yeah, this Pugna was going bananas. I think he ended up 22 kills or something like that.
I remember at the start of the game, he was like, "What the fuck, techies, Pudge? This game is over, GG." And then he just proceeds to own. It's all right, dude. If you can be toxic if you're gonna keep owning like this. I actually don't care. You own, go for it.
Yeah.
It did get to a point where I was like, okay, my team is ending the game. I probably don't need to be farming. I probably don't need to be an insurance policy. There's a part of me that if this was I don't know, a competitive game or something, I'd be with you guys, but I kind of wanted to see how fast I could farm.
Right.
With I wanted to experiment with it a little bit, so I don't think it's I don't think it's the right call for me to continue farming while you guys are raxing mid. In fact, that's really, really stupid.
Right.
But like I said, I knew in the moment that was stupid. I just wanted to see what the hell I could do.
And it is kind of nuts though, because Pugna probably has 3 tower kills to his name, at least 2, and then probably a full set of barracks. And he's only 2k ahead of you, less than 2k ahead of you. So you've been farming pretty efficiently, Yeah,
it's definitely as fast as any other carry would.
Yep.
I think.
Obviously, this was pretty heavily on the Pugna, but at the same time, I don't know if I've seen a safe lane go that well in a long time. I remember this moment. We got, obviously the game's over. We got Mega Creeps, and you're trying to chase down this guy, and I was like, Jenkins, you have a free Blink Dagger. Use your blast off. You got a gap close. Finish off that kill. Techies, built-in Blink Dagger, built-in Suicide, built-in Trip Back to the Fountain. I mean, what else could you want out of a carry?
If only you had some ability to magic damage nuke people before having a 28k gold lead. You know, if only there was a way that I could like put sort of sentries on a ground and then have them explode when people walk onto them. That would just be the most devastating hero possible. But I looked at all the skills and there wasn't anything that allowed me to do that. I just had farming abilities.
Right.
That's what I had. Because this hero's a carry.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, if Techies was good for the entire game, then it would probably be kind of imbalanced. So he's got to have, like, power spikes. Level 25 being kind of when you really come online. 34k hero damage for 9.8k.
Look at Pugna did 34k. Like, he completely carried us.
Yeah, like you had more damage than their entire team put together.
We're just sitting here like, dude, Pudge Techies is so good. Meanwhile, this fucking Pugna just like had the game of his life. Holy shit, that's so funny.